What is up? How you doing, man? Brian Pulido, proud publisher of Coffin Comics, and we're here to talk to you about the Deadly Trio Plan Your Pledge. So without further ado, let's bring right up the main instigator of this project, the one and only Jimmy Palmiotti, man. Bring him back to the back. There he is.
Hey, buddy. How's it going, man?
Right. It's going great, man. How you doing?
I'm here with my hammer. I don't know what it means, but I'm here with my hammer.
Hell yeah, man. It's like
actually my hammer and some Conan.
Dude, I got that one too. Now it's controversial. People said like the background is AI or they messed up Plug stuff in the back.
No,
like
not on this one.
Front cover, whatever.
This is the first one. That's the Barry Smith, the original cover.
Right.
And it's got like the first 25 issues, which have the first Sonya and the Snow Giants and all that stuff. It's a great book if you're a Conan fan like I am. And it helps me when I'm writing Conan, which I'm kind of doing some right now. So, helps me out.
Amazing.
Yeah, man.
Well, today we're here to talk about the Deadly Trio. This is your Plan Your Pledge. We're actually going to go over each and every reward, but it's great to have Jimmy on board because we kind of talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, man.
So, Jimmy, before we get into it, you want to talk a little bit about the whole genesis of this project coming together?
Yeah. So this is a three four creators, five. I call the Billy and everybody's wives. We're all three great groups of old friends getting together.
Yes.
And deciding we just were like we were with Coffin Comics, Paper Films, Billy's company. Come on, help me with the name there for a second, Brian. Crusade, of course. We just figured we're talking so much, we hang out so much, we love each other to death. We're like, we should all do a comic together. And we were going through ideas, and we thought we all kind of like the sci-fi. Of course, we like the hot ladies, and we kind of love the genre where anything is possible. And that's what sci-fi is great for, because you literally can make up anything, and that's what it is, And so we were talking, we'd see each other at cons, and we'd have our dinners where we'd be hanging out. And we just got together and said, okay, let's create something that all of us can kind of have a part in doing. And this book literally is written by everybody. And of course it's drawn by Adriana Milo, but and Giuliano Paratelli did the colors on it, and Marshall Dillon on the lettering. I like to make sure everybody's credited. But we got together and we created something I think is special. I think it's a one-of-a-kind book, and I have Billy Tucci right now. He's texting me, asking me if we're streaming. Yes, Billy. So we've been just going crazy, putting this book together for the past. I would say, Brian, what do you think? Like 8 months, maybe 6-8 months?
Yeah, I think hardcore 8 months. We all finished the script last year, and then we went hardcore into pre-production. Boom, like 8 months ago.
Yeah, I mean, Billy's saying he doesn't have the link. I see his name.
Billy, we sent you the link earlier in the day.
Yeah, I see it. I see him. I'm sending it to him again.
Cool, thanks.
But yeah, man. We just, like I said, with this thing, it's like, when I was a young kid growing up and doing comics, I never thought I'd be doing them. Right? I wanted. It was my dream, right, to make comics one day. And then here I am years later, and I'm working with my buddies. And honestly, in this lifetime, working with your friends is the greatest gift you could have, especially on something you love, like this property. So I think more than anything, it's got the energy of all of us. And as Brian is showing you on camera here, the artwork's just stunning, and the characters were designed by all of us, and it's just the combination of the creator-owned / great friends / we're gonna kick some ass kind of book, and the Deadly Trio means so many things, So there it is.
Well, it's true. The Deadly Trio is like our three teams, the three groups, three creators, three couples, and then these three creations.
Yes.
And without further ado, let me read you a little bit about the story, and then we're going to get into planning the pledge. Maybe we'll have Billy Tucci jump on the stream, and we'll kind of talk back and forth, and that's how it's going to go, maybe for the next 15, 20 minutes. So the Deadly Trio Doomsayer. Calissa Gore, an evil warlord, feared throughout the galaxy, hungers for power, demands submission, and destroys everyone in her path. She desires unions with her God to make this a reality. All life in the universe must be extinguished in her name. No one is a match for Gore and her vast armies, but there is a deadly trio who dare the impossible. Dorian, who's right over here. Dorian, a planet-hopping mechanic, and her best friend Rondo, peeking through there. Rianne, a fighter pilot with unmatched skills, and Garga, the cult leader, sister of Calissa Gore herself. Can the deadly trio overcome insurmountable odds and each other, or is the universe doomed to extinction? And look, although I'm part of telling this story, big up to Jimmy and Amanda for really doing the major brushstrokes of the world and coming in with a cliffhanger that got me sold. The cliffhanger is amazing. Calissa Gore is super cool, but the ship that she travels in is even cooler. Here's like a Joseph Linsner did the ship. Check it out.
Yeah, Joe kicked ass on that.
The ship is really, really cool. Let me see how
you're gonna have a bad guy. You want to put him in a giant skull. That's actually inspired by Brian. So that skull, because I said I gotta get we gotta get a giant skull in here somewhere, and I thought why not make the ship look that? What would be more menacing? You think it looks like a planet, and then it turns out to be a giant ship that's a skull with bad guys in it. You can shake that. You can shake that skull all day long. The bad guys keep flying out of it.
Exactly. Yeah, it reminds me of like Ego the Living Planet taken over by Skynet.
We are the children of Captain Marvel and Warlock and Jim Starlin. So, of course, our brains are going to go right to things like this. And again, the Deadly Trio, it is like this stuff we grew up with. We're spending our lives trying to upgrade it and do some more with it and have some fun with it. And I think a lot of, the characters reflect everybody working on it. They really do, I just think, like I said, I think it's a great combination of art and story. It does end on a cliffhanger, but we front load enough stuff so it's not a 2-minute read. You're gonna get into this world, and like I said, you might want to scream when you get the cliffhanger, but at the same time, that's what we want. We want you so invested that you have to get the next one. And of course, if this campaign goes well and you guys share it enough with your friends and family and everybody then hell yeah, we're gonna go do another one. We're gonna do and another. Because again, this is a great thing to do with friends, and like I said, it's something that's gonna be a standout. It is not the same old crap over and over. We have companies doing that for us daily. We have that. This is something a little different, and it definitely has all our DNA all over it. And I don't mean that in the get the purple light way. I mean in the actual content of the story.
Well, I'm happy to announce that we have another creator of the Deadly Trio with us. So let's bring to the screen the one and only teen sensation, Mr. Billy Tucci. Billy, welcome. How are you? Nice to see you.
Billy, let me introduce you. That thing you're looking at is a computer. I don't know if you've ever seen one before.
I hang on. Where the hell is this? Hang on. I don't understand why I'm not getting any of these emails. It's driving me.
Why don't we figure that out after our live screening? Let's do that. But anyway, dude, so the purpose of today's live stream is to stoke people about the Deadly Trio, and we're actually showing some of the pages, and I'm actually going to talk about the rewards. So let me get into that, and as we do, you can make your comments. So check it out. First up is the digital copy of the Deadly Trio. The Deadly Trio is a 32-page book, 26 pages of story and art, some cool stuff in the back, featuring story written by Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor, Brian Pulido, and Billy Tucci. It is illustrated by Adriana Mello. It's colored by Giuliano Paratelli, and the lettering and logo by veteran letterer Marshall Dillon. The digital copy will be available for $5. Next up, stay right there because this is our premiere edition. Cover illustrated by Adriana Mello and Giuliano. These are the interior art team. This is available for $20 US. But here's the good news. It also includes the free unlocked bonus items that we're going to do and a free digital copy, and the free United States shipping. So if you're from the good old US of A, you're getting it shipped to you for free.
Wow.
Now, next up, we have the Teen Sensations edition, the Billy Tucci edition. And Billy, feel free to talk about it. The cool thing about this one is it'll be limited to orders, printed to ordered, and it'll come for $25. Billy, what do you want to say about your cover?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that cover, and I'm gonna go get it. The original I have right over there. I want it to be kind of like a movie poster. So, and I wanted to show Garga in her full monster mode, if you will, and have Rianne there shooting up, and of course with Doreen and Rondo. Just sort of fun, like, you know, we're ascending, you know, we're taking off. This is the beginning. It's launch time, and I don't know. I think it came out a lot of fun. I inked it. Had a lot of fun. It was colored by Wes Hartman, who did a great job on it, and it's just such an exciting project, and all the art, and even Amanda's cover that I saw that came in, and Dan Lawless's cover, and
slow down, young man. We're going over each and every item, so you save your comments.
All
so
right.
Next up,
but
let me be your guide today for this particular preview. So check it out. Right next, it's true. It's the Amanda Connor edition, available for $25. This is reward number 4. And either Billy or Jimmy, if you have anything you want to say about this incredible image by Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda, you know, so Amanda was looking at all the other covers and said, all right, I have to do one where they're kind of getting busy. So she definitely went in there, and not only Amanda penciled, inked it, and colored it herself.
Wow.
And she just had a blast doing it, and she did some nice work. I mean, she's kicking ass on that Procreate, that lady, and she just wanted to do a scene. This scene is not in the book, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see it in the future. So she just wanted to do something dynamic and work, you know, with the logo there and everything, and we see the robot hands kind of interacting and crushing the logo at one point. That's a very Amanda thing to do, but it's definitely a killer piece by her. I was super happy with the way it came out.
Yeah, that one's super cool. I love, it does seem like some of the covers are snapshots into potential future or past storylines, which makes it really fun.
We're going to steal all their ideas. All of them.
That's right. So check it out. Next one up is the Joseph Michael Linsner edition. This is reward number 5, also available for $25, limited to copies ordered on the campaign. And this one was brought in by Jimmy Palmiotti. And take it away, Jimmy.
Yeah, this is I call it the anti-gravity cover, right? Everybody's kind of doing a Barbarella and floating in space, even though half of them would die with no costumes on. But who cares? It looks awesome. We have the bad guys. We have the ship. We got Joe got the ship in there. He got all our characters in fine form. I don't think anybody else draws paints like Joe Linsner. I mean, Joe does it with paint with markers and acrylics and pencils. And he is one of a kind. I think he's one of the greatest cover artists we have working right now. The guy just challenges himself every issue. And look at that beautiful space background. I bet he ate a lot of mushrooms to do that cover, boy. It looks great.
Definitely an honor to have Joseph on board. I go back with him 3 decades. Some of the original people who inspired me to get into comics was Joseph when he was doing Cry for Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
And the Rebel Studios guys. It kind of proved that there was a place for like totally insane dark comics. Yeah. However, I digress. Right next to it is another great cover that Jimmy brought in by Chad Hardin. This is the Chad Hardin edition. Yeah. Reward number 6, available for $25. Yeah,
Chad is our artist, man. He was our guy for 5 years on Harley Quinn. And we love working with Chad, and he did the Hunter's book for me for Paper Films. And we gave Chad the book, and we said, go crazy. And Chad just took it another level, man. You know, he just, again, Brian, we're going to steal those little frog guys, and we're going to work all that stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, when you hire people this talented, the gift for all of us is to see what kind of crazy things they can come up with. And Chad always delivers, man. There is not a lazy bone in that boy's body. And, that Emerald City that they're fighting in, it's just gorgeous. Like I said, we're definitely going to steal everybody's ideas. So get ready.
Chad did a great job of helping us tell a future story.
Yeah.
So next up is the Diego Bernard edition. And this one is brought in by Coffin Comics, and this features the art of Lady Death artist Diego Bernard. This guy, anything he puts his pencil to turns to gold.
God.
He took on putting the whole cast in the image as if it's a motion picture poster. Yeah. Here's Calissa Gore. You could sense like her power, her villainy. Diego even sneaks in Calissa Gore's ship. Yeah. And I do believe, you know, the ladies look thrilling and tantalizing, but it kind of evokes a little bit of each of what they are about.
It's got like a Charlie's Angels vibe to it, doesn't it? The way they're right. It's just a perfect cover.
Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful.
Thank you, Nick. And that one is available. That's reward number 7, available for $25. And right next to it is another mainstay of Coffin Comics, the stylist, Mr. Joel Gomez. This is the Joel Gomez edition. Yeah. Joel Gomez has been the artist on La Muerta and Lady Gunfighter for over a decade. So in his own unique, inimitable style, he brought to life this image. And what I get out of it is our characters are looking at something truly horrific approaching. Because look at poor Rondo's face.
Yeah.
You know, Dorian looks properly, they all look properly concerned, but I think Dorian's kind of given away. And what they must be looking at is the approach of Calissa Gore in her skull ship.
I'm thinking it's somebody with bad hair, because Dorian looks like she has the most nasty blow dryer in her hand that I've ever seen. You know,
next
it's
up is
definitely
reward
bad
number
hair
9.
Day in outer space.
Next up is reward number 9. This is the Jose Varese edition, also another frequent contributor to Coffin Comics. He's got his own style for drawing the ladies. This one's available for $25. Reward number 9. There's a lot of Jose Varese fans out there. And this one is colored by Ezequiel Dominguez, one of the new generation.
Oh man, it's another killer image, Brian. Where do you find these guys?
I still walk that artist alley, man. You know, I just see what's going on out there.
It is beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, wow. Jose Varese always delivers the goods. Next up, reward number 10 is another brought in by Paper Films and Jimmy Palmiotti, and that is the Ben Caldwell edition. This one, I might point out to each and every one of you, is our exclusive, our sole wraparound cover.
Oh, shit.
This one, what do you want to say about this one?
Yeah, I mean, Ben right now has been working with Frank Miller. He's got a book with Frank Miller coming soon, but we got Ben in a lucky break, and his work looks like him. Like he's got this wild flair for movement and animation. You know, you look at all the movement in those two characters going on, and it's sick. And literally, I just told Ben, here's the book, do whatever you want. And he came back with a wraparound, and I started laughing. I said, I'm only going to pay you. It's considered a cover. We're just going to, you're not getting paid for 2 pieces, buddy. But he came in with this beautiful wraparound, and I love how, Brian, your guys designed it the way it did with the wrap. I'm so happy with the image. It's just powerful, you know?
It is. So next up, we have reward number 11, and this one was brought in by Crusade Entertainment. This is the Dan Lawless edition, available for $25. Billy, what do you want to say?
Yeah, Dan Lawless just illustrates and paints digitally the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and it was a true honor to have him working. He is an extraordinary artist. He's been doing a lot of stuff for Death Dealer, for Sarah Frazetta. And he's just all over. He's doing covers for a lot of people. I think Shane Davis, he did for RT Bear. And he's just extraordinary. I mean, just the dynamics and the beauty of it. It floored me when I saw it. I love it. I just love it. And he's a good man too. He's a good man. That
always helps. So next up, we have reward number 12, and that is, hopefully I'm pronouncing this properly, Leandro Oliveira edition.
Yes. Leandro is my, I guess he's my inker on our She books, on the upcoming She Gatecrasher that we're working on together now. Nice. He's more of a, but he's inking it in pencils though. But there will be some inked pages too, because I've been working with going directly from my pencils, as a lot of us have done, but I've been doing it since like 96 for the most part. And that was really to speed up the process because I'm so late all the time. But I love how it gives a sort of watercolor feel to the pages. It looks a lot different. You know, it's just something that's really unique. And again, it has this beautiful palette, you know, that just blends into the page. And it's again just an honor to be working with someone like this. Another great talent, a great guy.
Next up, we have reward number 13, Eve Sosa. This edition is available for $25, and this was brought in by Billy Tucci, the teen sensation. What do you have to say about this one, Billy?
And Eve is another. She's an extraordinary young talent, a new talent that I saw her work, and I was just blown away. I think she's doing work for Marvel now, as well, or DC. I think she's doing work with DC. I'm not sure what she's doing, but again, just sexy women, the dynamics. Look at Rondo there checking out what's going on. Look at Dorian's boobs. I'm digging it. It's just I just adore it. I love the background. I love the digital painting. It's just wild, right? Just fucking home run. Sorry if I can curse, but damn.
How dare you?
I know.
So this rounds out the main editions of the book. However, for those of you who like prints and cards, stay tuned because here we go. Reward number 14 is the Billy Tucci commemorative print and premiere edition. So here's the format of the commemorative print. They will be serial numbered. This is available. It is the main premiere plus the print for $40, free US shipping by Billy, that beautiful evocative image. And then right next to it, you will notice that we have the Amanda Connor commemorative print and premiere edition. These will be individually numbered. The fantastic, majestic storytelling of Amanda Connor brought to life in beautiful 11x17 for you to commemorate. All of our company's logos are there showing our partnership together, and that should be a fun one. Now, next up, we have trading cards. So
yes,
they will be shown in the near future, but they feature the imagery of Joseph Linsner, Adriana Mello, Chad Hardin, Diego Bernard, and Dan Lawless. And similarly, we have a main print set. That's reward number 17, available for $70. And it'll be the following prints: Joseph Linsner, Adriana Mello, Chad Hardin, Diego Bernard, and Dan Lawless.
Nice.
These 5 prints, reward number 17. Then we have a thing called the Universal Card Bundle. You're going to have to take my word for it because we have the aforementioned cards, but we're doing a thing called the exclusive Universal Set cards. This is all the character designs done by each of the creators brought to life in the cards. So that means Billy Tucci's original designs, Amanda Connor's, and Richard Ortiz, who drew Garga under my direction. And these are all brought to life as cool trading cards.
Well, that's very cool.
That'll be fun. And they're actually, you can see them right now on the official preview. The link is somewhere around here, and you get a sense of what we did with that. So additionally, we have the Nebula print set. So what that means is all the prints I just showed you are available in one bundle with the reasonable price of $99. So you can actually cover your walls with the Deadly Trio. Now, next up, we realize that some people like to read, some people like to collect, and then there's some ballers out there, whales you may call them.
Yes.
Well, we are offering, and we're not going to show you, but you can see it on the preview, an embossed foil set. This is actually wonderfully complicated, ridiculous, state-of-the-art, crazy printing techniques featuring an embossed foil effect. And that will be featuring the art of Billy Tucci, Amanda Connor, Joseph Linsner, and Chad Hardin. That set, reward number 20, will be available for $199, and that would be directed towards the players out there who really want to get into it. Next, we have reward number 21. We call that the Constellation Collector Set. Yes. So what this is actually each one of these main 12 editions together in one set that you could call your own, available for $250, which coincidentally, it's a $295 value. So I guess by my math, which is kind of kooky, a savings of about 20%. Next up, check this one out. It's getting wild here. Reward number 22.
Yes.
Doomsayer embossed metallic set. All right.
Yes.
This is all new technology. We've just debuted it. Yes, it's metal, but it's completely embossed. And that will feature the artwork of Billy Tucci, Amanda Connor, and Linsner. These 3 books This is limited to 50 copies each.
Whoa.
Will be available in this set for $2.99. Again, to address the collectors in the room, this is probably, Jimmy, Billy, this is among the rarest Amandas and Billys I think have been out
Only
there.
50 copies is crazy.
It's for Amanda Connor, for Billy Tucci, amazing.
I think I'm buying one set.
All right, everybody, if you're ready,
this
this is the one you've been waiting for. Reward number 23, the Universal Mega Collector's Set. It's every one of these comic books that we've discussed. Not the cards, not the prints, but every one of these comic books. And altogether, that is available as a reasonable price of $450. And let's see, what is that? Is that one limited? It's so limited, I can't read it. And then finally, we have reward number 24. Strap in for this one. Doomsayer Supernova Set. So it's all the comic books we're talking about and one other goodie that you're going to have to check on the preview to learn. So, folks, we're letting you know all this so that you could plot and plan. We know that this year alone, there's been close to 3,800 individual Kickstarter projects. But we've gotten together, Paper Films, Coffin Comics Crusade, to bring this together for your consideration. We know it's a competitive environment, but we hope you will enjoy what we've all brought together for you. I don't know if there's any questions out there. I think it was FP on Sworn Nation. We missed your birthday, FP. Sorry we did that. I don't think it was
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
KP Heathen's birthday. We missed it.
But happy birthday now. Right
man.
The source.
Shout out.
James, thank you so much for saying that. We're stoked to team up on a book. I don't know if there's anything else anybody wants to say in conclusion, but let me tell you some of the facts. The Deadly Trio Doomsayer launches next Wednesday, November 20th at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Your time frame is likely different. East Coast is probably around 8 o'clock. Our time never changes, so it's 6 o'clock. We apologize. Here's a question. Will this run a full 30 days before collecting funds? The answer is yes, it will.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. I think our campaign runs all the way till the 19th or 20th of December at 6 p.m. So you have all your chance to plot and plan. I'm going to turn it back over to Billy and or Jimmy. Anything you guys want to say as we look at the gorgeous interior pages of the Deadly Trio?
Yeah, I mean, Adriana Amilo, she just did a beautiful job. And with Giuliano's coloring, it just every page of this looks sort of like painted and three-dimensional. It just has the whole book has a beautiful look. It's done by a bunch of picky bastards like us that want everything to be better than everybody else is doing. So the book is, I can't tell you how many times it's been edited and re-lettered, and we're all perfectionists in the best sense of the word. And we're so proud of this book and bringing it to you. We really do on this campaign of all campaigns. We need you guys to not only, support us, but also make some noise for us on social media. It's very important for us because, unlike the big companies, we don't have the budget to buy our way into things. We have to kind of beg, and Billy has to turn tricks. So that's the only way we get attention for these books. So we want you guys to go out there and make some noise. Once you do back it and share the love with other people, and we hope you guys love it. Billy, it's all yours.
Yeah. Again, this was a true honor. This is a book that's 2 years in the making. And Brian and Jimmy have just put together an extraordinary team. It's truly an honor to be a part of it. It's so much fun coming together with these characters and all of us describing who our characters are and
we're all
watching
coming together.
And I just want to let everyone know, as Coffin does all the time, thank you, Brian, for being the captain of the ship on this bad one, because Jimmy doesn't have his captain's hat on, and having Coffin Comics do it.
Well, dude, we're stoked. I'm going to quickly answer some questions. So Isaiah is asking, who did the panel art? Well, the interiors are done by Adriana Mello. They are colored by Giuliano Paratelli, who's incredible, and lettered by veteran letterer Marshall Dillon. And then there's a question, something about will there be any pledge gifts? If what you mean is, are there going to be free bonus items? You bet. We're going to let that campaign run for about 12 hours, establish where it settles, and then we're going to just start unlocking stuff right in front of your face. We're going to kind of go down. Let's see here. Christopher says he likes seeing new characters. A thing Marvel and DC don't seem to get. That's true. Well, I'm glad you see it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, like Captain Jimmy over here.
Yeah, well, Marvel and DC's, they have shareholders, so they have to make sure they do the same thing over and over. That's why every 2 years there's a new Batman series. It's the same thing over and over. They just kind of tweak it a little bit and hope you guys get in. These are brand new characters. We are risking it all, folks. And I got to tell you, the strength of us right here is that we know nobody runs a campaign like Brian and Coffin Comics. And I know when I get my Coffin Comics package, I have to make sure I have room on my table because stuff comes pouring out because there's so many stretch goals. I get it's like a lot of booty for your money right there. And so we're just like I said, we're trying to do something that other people aren't doing because why else would we do it? And we want to show that, for you guys too, it's like when you're doing something with your friends, great things can happen. And we think Deadly Trio is that thing. And then now we can go to Billy's dog and find out what he's got to say.
And the best part is as like everything that Brian does, this book is finished.
It is.
Yes.
All the art is done. All the covers are done. All the lettering's done. Approved. Everything's approved. We just, as Brian says, we just need your help so we could see it come true and help make our dream come true. And it's you're gonna love it. You're gonna love this book. How diverse it is. The differences of all the characters. It's a lot of friggin' fun. It was a pleasure, dude. I can't wait to do part 2, man, because it's going to be a whopper, buddy. It's going to be a whopper.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. It's true. I believe you really can see the chemistry on the page. It was really fun during the lettering process just to see everybody keep going at it, just trying to make it more alive and more lively. And it's true. I will let you know for a fact. This book is done. All we got to do is print. However, we need your help to make it happen. If you'd like to see more Deadly Trio or collaborations like this, it is utterly in your hands. So we do ask you to pledge often, add on, and tell a friend or two. And look, I think a lot of you guys and gals out there know that each one of us, Jimmy, Billy, and myself, we love comics. We've been reading them since we were knee high to a grasshopper. And this gives us a chance to flex kind of a little outside of and inside of what you expect from us. For me, definitely my character is very anger driven and she's complicated and there's a sexy past, but I get to take a character out in space. And I got to tell you, I haven't been able to do that I don't know if I have. And I'm so happy to, because like Jimmy said, I'm a kid of the 70s. I mean, I read Jim Starlin's Captain Marvel and Warlock, and it just blew my mind. So to give any kind of echo to that, I'm super happy to do it.
Yeah, I've never done a space adventure comic. I've never traveled into the great beyond.
Well, my favorite thing about the genre is everything is possible. You can, I always say it's like people get sucked into like Star Wars and they just watch Star Wars. And I'm always like, with the CGI now and all this stuff, we can go anywhere in the universe. So let's be creative. And I think this book, The Deadly Trio, is us saying, well, we can do anything. What do we want to see in a comic? And it's like our wish list of things we want to see in the comic book brought to you guys in this amazing Kickstarter. So again, with your support, if this thing's a success, of course we're going to do more, because how could we resist?
Absolutely.
You bet. Want to acknowledge Beyond Wednesdays for thanking us on the love.
Thank you, buddy.
I also want to say, so Quorum's asking, will there be an IGG run? There won't. We're going to just use the Kickstarter platform and the way Coffin does things. Like we use that platform and then we just get right to printing and fulfilling and moving on. So we don't do like the staggards, if only because we put out like 8 to 10 things in a given year. So we're just like cranking through the system. But I think Beyond Wednesdays pledged $10, and I believe that means I don't know what that means, but does that mean like we're bring their comment out?
Yeah. The Billy knows more about that.
Say it again.
Beyond Wednesday, put
Beyond Wednesday pledged $10. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with that
either.
Oh,
that's a super chat, dude. He gave you a super chat. I'm sorry. I didn't say what you were saying.
Okay, thank you.
You know what super chat
Tegan,
was?
can you bring that to feature it?
Yeah, you got to feature it up. Thank
there
you
go.
Beyond Wednesdays.
He's got that cool logo too with the skull.
Yeah. No, he's
Want to
thank
give a
you,
shout out
$10.
also to Beyond Wednesdays, a good home for Coffin Comics, AZ in the house, the
Yeah.
team, Brian, Jesse, and Dennis. Thank you so much for your friendship through the decades. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Then
Yes,
Isaiah
he
saying,
just
like,
gave
who doesn't love a
$10.
sexy past from amazing lady characters? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there is a lot of backstory too. As we get into these characters, there's a lot more going on than we see in the book. So I'm really excited to keep developing and building on this wonderful project.
Absolutely.
So, folks, this has been the Deadly Trio Doomsayer Plan Your Pledge. Couple of pieces of business. This Kickstarter launches November 20th at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Please pledge. It will definitely be different your time. For example, 8 o'clock East Coast time. There should be a preview link, and please sign up to be notified upon our launch. We have that up there too. I want to thank co-creators Jimmy Palmiotti, Billy Tucci, not only for collaborating on this, but for all the love and the friendship through the decades that we've had together. Guys, we're in our fourth decade of friendship. It's wild.
Yes. Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Hey, Brian, are we drinking next Wednesday?
Without a doubt, I invite everybody to join us at 5:30 right here, where we're going to have a pre-launch party. And we're going to have some people over and we're going to party it up. And I invite you to do the same. That's how we do it over here. Kind of get liquored up and get irresponsible and start pressing that button. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Appreciate all of you. And we're going to talk sooner rather than later. Holler at you later.
Take care, guys.
Peace out.